Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion we're at a abandoned castle, and I believe it's called Castle Brigido, or Bridget is what I'm going to guess. Once the drone goes up, if I get further information, I'll update it with exactly what it's called. This is just a dot on Google Maps as we make our way to another location. So I thought we'd have a look. So it's Castle Brigido, and it looks really good. People are obviously storing, or the locals are storing their wood here, but the building itself is quite large. I'll swing the camera around and let's have a look. So this is just the boundary. There is a wall that goes right around. Not a large wall, but there is a wall nonetheless. And as you can see, as we come through the main gates, it is a huge building, really huge. Wow, terrific. Okay, we'll go through. Let's see what we see. It's definitely 3 stories tall. Wow. Doors to the left, doors to the right. Some are blocked, some aren't. Some look spookier than others, as you can see. Some have been used just for storage. Do like the arch though. Something was hanging from the roof. Was it the kitchen? I don't know. I do like the roofs though. It's all like, I'll show you in here, it's probably a bit better. You can see how it's all bricks. It's all mortared together. You think it somehow collapsed, but it all leans on each other, like any arch, to prevent it from falling, I guess. We'll see if we can go upstairs, but I doubt it. Another room. Now I can tell you that, not sure. It does have a strong odour of something has passed away, but I don't have a flashlight, so I can't really tell you. It's not a pleasant odour at all. I might get my flashlight to have a look, but we'll keep going. Definitely some sort of dead animal has decided to call it home, call it a day. Now you can see that there is a boundary. There are stairs here to the left. I'm not sure if you can see that. I might just walk up it and spin the camera around if I can get to it without getting caught by the prickle bush. No, I can't. So there is like a little room there, or a little corner tower thing. That's fantastic. Once again, we'll go to this side, and it's pretty much blocked off also, so we can't get there. Definitely overrun, but gives you a basic idea of what this little castle is all about. And I would say that it's very old. And once again, I do like the metalwork here. And we've seen that quite a lot, where they've got the holes there and the rod goes through. I wonder if you can see anything in here. Well, that gives you an idea. I'm going to put the camera through. This is the door that you couldn't get through because it was all locked up. So I can't really see anything. All I've done is stuck my hand through the window. And whatever's there's there. I guess I'll get to see what's there when I get back to the apartment I'm staying at. So we'll get that out. It's a nice building. The roof is gone, and the first floor is all gone. As you can see the sky through the windows. Terrific. And it does look like someone lives next door, or uses it for some reason. So there'd be a boundary here between one property or the other. and what's part of the castle and what isn't. Yeah, so I'd say the boundary's somewhere right in between these two properties here. Gives you a side view. Terrific. And as I said, once I get the drone up, that's when whatever research I've been able to do, I'll do a voiceover with that sort of stuff. So once again, just surmising what I see. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe your guess will be better than mine. So when I come out with some facts, I'll be able to tell you. I always like to know how old some of these buildings are, if I can find it. And unfortunately, sometimes, in like most countries, you've virtually got to type into like Google or do the research in the language of the country that you're in. So I'd have to do a search using Croatian, not English, and you seem to find a lot more, and then I'll just do the translation. So this is the back of it. Once again, there is a boundary wall that goes right around this property. Very spectacular. And that's about it. That's the back door that we saw from inside. And I'm not really prepared to go through all that, the berries and the bushes and the thorns and who knows what's in there. And that's really about it. Just make my way back out. Once again, we've had farmers drive past. They slow down, have a look. And I guess one of the advantages, and most people can probably relate to this, when you go exploring, if you obviously if you don't drive some sort of commercial vehicle like vans or pickups or utes, you pose less of a threat, or especially on a motorbike, because it's, common sense will suggest that the person isn't there to steal anything. And what I've also noticed, if you're of a certain vintage in age, and if you're lucky enough to have grey hair, people are just 10 times more welcoming, as opposed to a kid with a backpack and a hoodie. So there you go. Very good. I'll get the drone up and we'll just do a quick spin. So here we have a farmer coming up with his tractor. Very good. So you can see the boundary to the so-called castle is what they're calling it when you look it up on Google Maps. And this corner piece is some sort of little tower as well. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe that's where servants live in the corner here. Not sure. Back in the day. Yeah, I would like to know the age of it, when it was in use, like between what centuries, and a little bit of a backstory to it. And once again, that'll all be hopefully I'll be able to find out and explain it once the drone goes up. So that's about it. There's nothing else, I don't think. I just wanted to capture the outside of it, and I'll just show you what it overlooks at street level. It's just wonderful. And you've got this one property here. It's just a big field. Just fantastic. There's a dog in the distance. And I can tell you, go to these towns and villages, and they're just so neat and tidy. It's amazing. Very farm proud, if that's the word. And it's just lovely to see. Someone else touring the area. Once again, plenty of motorbikes zooming past. We haven't seen one yet while I'm filming, but a lot of motorbikes come through this area. It is a Saturday morning, and once again, the sky is blue. The grass is definitely green here, and it all looks fantastic. And I would say that this castle and this open greenery here at one stage was all owned by the same person, because it's directly opposite the main gates here. I don't know if I can take that in. I'll just jump down off this wall. Oof. And you'll see that could be all of the same thing. All right, let's get the drone up. Now that the drone is up and away, I can jump in with more researched and sort of more factual information than us just surmising as we walked around. So the castle was built in 1634 for the Eberstein family, which was already a country castle of a noble Brigido family, which they built after they brought the Lupoglov estate in 1634, and they decided to abandon the old castle located on this hill. The castle and residence is in a walled courtyard with corner towers, and the courtyard entrance with the coat of arms on the headstone was unfortunately demolished in the 1950s. The southeastern tower of the castle and the stable was added to the eastern wall in the 19th century, and I believe that's where the awful smell came from when we walked through. There still is structural and physical evidence of geometric, ceiling stucco, wall paintings, and even the fixtures of the house chapel, which I believe was in that front right room. And although it has retained fortification structures for defence, there is no dispute that in a rural setting, this was once an opulent residence and castle. So that's about it with the brief history. Please enjoy the remaining aerial views. So once again, this is just a moment in time We've had a bit of a stop, we've had a bit of a look. Still travelling with my colleague from work back in the day, a good friend and his wife. So bit of a shout out now for Deb and Brian for putting up with my nonsense of taking them around to these sort of locations. Some of the locations they like, some of them they think, oh really, is this what you like doing? It is what it is. Okay, so we'll get the drone up, which we've now seen. Hopefully the voiceover gave you some more information, and if you did like the video, by all means click on the like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing doesn't cost you 1 cent, and it really does help the channel a lot. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and just have a great day, and thank you for your time for watching.